Hey friends, it's Rabbi Jenny Solomon here with a Mincha moment. So we are mere hours away from Yom Kippur and already thinking about the holiday on the horizon, which is Sukkot. The elements of our personal sukkah at home are being pulled out of the garage and getting ready to be assembled in the next couple of days. And our sukkah at the synagogue at Beth Meyer is well underway. And the Torah teaches us that this is a holiday of joy. We move from Yom Kippur, which is deeply ethereal and spiritual, and sort of invites us to step away from some of the ways in which we are embodied and physical beings. And then we move right into Sukkot, which is in some ways its companion. It invites us to get outside, to experience the ways in which we are fully embodied creatures and part of this created world, moving through the transition into fall. And of course, the emotional and psycho-spiritual emphasis is on joy. So we learn from the Torah and that we are commanded and invited, v'samachta b'chagecha, that we should experience simcha on our holiday. And not only simcha, but we are supposed to be ach sameach, only joyful. So here we are assembling these temporary huts with permeable walls and a roof up above, exposed to the elements, feeling our fragility and our vulnerability. And this is the recipe for joy. It's a little surprising in some ways, but I want to suggest that this is precisely the recipe for joy. And it's a very particular kind of joy. It's the kind of joy that we can experience even if we're moving through a difficult season in life, and all the more so if we're not. But here are the elements. First of all, we are invited to pare down our lives and get back to the basics. How true is that? You know, when we shed all the extra stuff that seems like it might make life more meaningful, but doesn't really, and gets us outside, eating good food, experiencing blessing and plenty and abundance with good people. It invites us to be radically inclusive, to invite people into our homes and to feel ourselves woven not only into community, but part of something bigger than ourselves. We are invited to be generous, to share our food and our temporary homes with others, even strangers. The lulav reminds us to connect to our source, this source of life and creation, of which we are a part, but which many of us, including myself, often feel so separate. And finally, the etrog, that lemony, bumpy, bizarro fruit, is symbolic of the heart and reminds us to come back to our hearts again and again and again. So wishing everyone just so much joy in the week ahead as we prepare for Sukkot and move through the holiday, and to know that this kind of joy is something that we can experience again, even when life feels hard, even if we're moving through challenging times. We have a spiritual recipe for a kind of joy which transcends the circumstances and the challenges that we all face as we move through our lives. I look forward to sharing that joy with all of you and to being a part of your joy. All right, Chag Sameach.